Hey everyone, it's Pat from Pat's Ever Music, and today we are learning all about intervals. Now, intervals, what does that mean? Well, all that means is you're hearing one note and then you're hearing another note. Is it going to be the same? Is it going to be higher? Is it going to be lower in pitch? You're hearing a lot of different intervals at the same time, all happening all at once, like you're hearing a chord. That's what we're going to be learning about today. Now, this is really one of the big building blocks when it comes to learning theory. It comes to being able to master the guitar, and it comes to be able to write your own songs, hear other people's music and work out what's going on. It's so important. So great job for choosing to tune in. All right, so intervals. We're going to start at the very beginning. So intervals. When you're talking about an interval, you're talking about hearing the distance between one sound and another. Or you're talking about if you hear all of the sounds at once, like a chord, and you say, oh, what are those intervals? You're talking about all of those different sounds. What's the difference between those different pitches? So if I play them separately, if I play them together, all the same sounds are there, they're just ringing at the same time. So let's dive in. So remembering that you've got, in Western music, the notes go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then so on and so on. A to G, A to G, A to G, so on and so on. So we're looking at the 5th fret on the 6th string. Now if you play the string below the open 5th string, that's an A note as well. So that's the same note. It might sound a little bit different. Each note might sound different, might have a different timbre or a different texture, but it's the same pitch, same frequency. They're both A notes in the same octave. That there is called a perfect unison. So you're hearing one note, you're playing another, but they're the same level in pitch. Now if you were to play the 5th fret and then play next to it the 6th fret, that there is a minor second. You may have heard it from this song. So that's the minor second. So it's an A to A sharp. Or it could sound like this if you were to hear them both together. Now next, so that's a minor second. That's the first jump. So we've got perfect unison, then we've got A to A sharp, minor second. Now if we were to play the 5th fret and then the 7th fret, you've got A to B there. So what that is a major second. Sounds like this when it's together. Still quite a dissonant sound, or quite an unappealing sound, because the frequencies are so close together. So you've got perfect unison, minor second, major second. Now next what we're looking at is A to then the 8th fret. So A to the C note there. So what that is it's a minor second. So here's what it sounds: A, C. Now, if you were to play the A note and the C note together, they sound like this. Still quite dissonant, it's a minor third. You might have heard of it in the intros of these sorts of songs. Now, let's also check out if you've got the 5th fret again, and then you go all the way up to the 9th fret. That there is a major third. So we've got perfect unison, minor second, major second, minor third, major third. And every time this hand moves up, that means it's going up a fret, or a semitone. You can think of it as well. Now, if you just go up a fret or a semitone, it's 1. If you go up 2 frets, it's called a tone. So that's something to think about as well, but we will look at tones and semitones in another video. So we've got there from your 5th fret all the way up there to the 9th fret. That is a major third there. That's the C sharp. Now it's starting to sound a little bit more pleasing because the frequencies are further apart. Next, after the major third, is we've got the perfect 4th, all the way from the 5th fret to the 10th fret. So with that there is we've got a perfect 4th. So we've got from A to D. When they sound like together, really starting to build into, more of a resounding sort of a chord, sort of a frequency there. So you've got their perfect unison, minor second, minor third, major third, perfect 4th. Next, from A, 5th fret, all the way up to the 11th fret, you've got a D sharp. So if we play them together, that's called a tritone. And in a very, very long time, hundreds of years ago, if you were to hear that sound or you were to play that sound, you would be called a witch. I forget if it's in a Black Sabbath song. I'll look it up. It's I'll put down what song it is below. So that there is a tritone. After the tritone, you've got from the 5th fret to the 12th fret. You've got from A to E, and you've got a perfect fifth, or in guitar music, a power chord. So you've got all the way from A to E. And if you're interested there, the power chord is so good because you can move it. It's just the first note and the perfect fifth. So what we've got there is we've got unison, minor second, minor third, major third, perfect fourth, tritone, perfect fifth. Doing a great job so far. Now after that, we've got from the 5th fret all the way up to the 13th fret. And that there is a minor 6th. So minor 6th apart. We can hear that right now. A little bit of dissonance there. Once you've gone from the minor 6, you go from the 5th fret all the way up to the 14th fret for a major 6. So it goes minor and then major. So if we were to hear that, doesn't sound that bad, does it? It sounds okay. So we had minor 6, then major 6. Now we've got minor 7th. So now we've got from the 5th fret all the way up to the 15th fret. So the note that you're playing there is that you're playing the G. Still quite dissonant there, but you may have heard it from songs like this. So that's what we're looking at. We're at the minor 7th. Now, if we go up one more, then you've got the major 7th. So that there is you've gone from A all the way up to G sharp. So you're going from the 5th fret all the way up there to the 16th fret. Here's what they sound like together. Hopefully I can play. It's a pretty big stretch. So that's the major 7th sound. Now I've got the perfect octave. So you go all the way up from the 5th fret to the 17th fret. If I were to play them together, and that's it. So we've gone all the way from the 5th fret all the way up to the 17th fret. Now I want to keep it onto one string to not confuse you too much by jumping all over the neck. But we've gone up from the perfect unison there all the way up to the octave. So we've gone the perfect unison, minor 2nd, major 2nd, minor 3rd, major 3rd. We've then gone the perfect 4th, tritone, perfect 5th, minor 6th, major 6th, minor 7th, major 7th, and then the octave. So the A to the A. Now, all of that will definitely sink in as soon as you start to use it practically. So in the next theory videos that we'll see, we'll look at playing different chords, which will then be using all of this interval knowledge, and playing different scales, which again will use this different interval knowledge. So this is just the first step. So if it seems like a lot of information to take in, just try and practice through it. I'll leave in the description below all of the different names and try and play for them yourself. Try and sit there, pick a note, play the minor 2nd, the fret next to it. Play the major 2nd, the fret next to that. The minor 3rd, the major 3rd. Try and keep in your head the order of 2nds, 3rds, 4th, tritone, 5th, 6th, 7th. It's a lot to get through, but you can definitely get there. Now, if you do want to learn more theory, head over to the Grade 1 playlist. If you do want to check out another lesson, head to this one there. But if all of this just went straight over the top of your head and you're not sure, there's no point just sitting there being confused. Send me a message over at Pat David Music. I always answer back to my emails, and I want to make sure everyone succeeds. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all again. Bye.